Alright, so we got a review for this test. You have to know these for your test. Have to. Okay. First let's calibrate, I guess. Okay. So, you got to tell me the name of the pair and congruent or supplementary using C or S. Alright, so number one. These two angles are alternate sides of the transversal, right? And they're inside the parallels, so they're alternate interior angles. Alright? And if they're alternates, alternates are congruent. They're in the same zigzag. Number two, these are on the same side of the transversal, inside the parallels, so that's same side interior angles, that's G. Same sides are supplementary. Okay? Whenever you have two angles right next to each other making a straight line, that's a linear pair. And a linear pair, since it makes a straight line of 180, that's supplementary. Number four, if I have two angles, okay, they're on the same side of the transversal, one's in, one's out, that's the weird one, that's corresponding angles. And the C rule, corresponding are congruent. Okay, number five, these are on different sides of the transversal, outside the parallels, so that's alternate exterior angles. And alternates are congruent. Okay, number six, anytime you have two angles across from each other at an intersection, we learned that in Unit 1, those are called vertical angles. And vertical angles are congruent. Last but not least, these two angles are on the same side of the transversal, outside the parallels, so they're same side exterior. And remember, same side is supplementary. You have to know those names and you have to know those relationships. Okay, study that. Over here, okay, identify the angle pair and then solve for the unknown. So, these two angles are on the same side of the transversal, right? And they're both outside the parallels, so they're not the same, okay? But they are called same side exterior, which means that they are supplementary. Same side supplementary. That means they're going to add up to 180. So let's do that. 4x plus 10 plus 70 equals 180. Please notice, if they're not congruent, you don't set them equal. Okay? Now I'm going to combine like terms. 10 plus 70 is 80. Bring down 4x plus, and then bring down equals 180. Now I get rid of the loner. Minus 80, minus 80. 4x equals 100. And then to get rid of that 4, divide by 4, divide by 4. X equals 25. This is important. ACB. Okay? ACB is right here. 4x plus 10. 4x plus 10. I'm going to replace x with 25. So 4 times 25 plus 10. 4 times 25 is 100. 100 plus 10 is 110 degrees. Okay, so that's the measure ACB. How am I going to write that? Come on, man. down here. Here's my transversal. They're on alternate sides, and they're in between the parallels, so that's alternate interior. Okay, which means alternate interior are congruent. Alts are congruent. Now congruent means set them equal. So let's do that. 3y plus 60 equals 75. All I got to do is get rid of that loner, minus 60. 3y equals 15. And get rid of that coefficient by dividing y equals 5. Cool. Now DCF is 3y plus 60. So the measure of DCF is 3y plus 60. I'm going to replace the letter y with 5. 3 times 5 plus 60. So 15 plus 60 equals 75 degrees. So up here I should have put 110 degrees, my bad. And then down here we're putting 75 degrees. Okay. Alright, what are these? Well, I got an angle. Let me back up. Here's the transversal. They're on the same side of the transversal. And they're in between the parallels. So that's same side interior, in between the parallels. Now remember, same side means it's supplementary. Same side, supplementary. Supplementary means they add up to 180. So let's add them up. 2x plus 20 plus 150 equals 180. Once again, if you're adding up to 180, you're going to have to combine some like terms. 2x is the same, plus 20 plus 150 is 170, and that equals 180. Get rid of the loner, minus 170. 2x equals 10. And to get rid of that 2, we divide by 2. So x equals 5. And now we're looking for the measure of ACB. AC. Now ACB is right here. Now I want you to notice, ACB, this angle, is the same as its corresponding this angle. Okay, so this is actually 150 degrees. Again, you could do the zigzag to know this. 150, 150, 150. So they're not always asking you for the expression, so please be careful. Okay. Next, graph the points, find the slope. Okay. Now, this is the way to find the slope using algebra. Plot these points though. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Alright. Now, if it's off the grid, you definitely want to use this right here. You could also count the rise over run. Rise down 3, so negative 3. Always run to the right, 2. So the slope is negative 3 over 2, whether you count it, or even if you do the formula. y2 minus y1, 8 minus 5, over x2 minus x1, 1 minus 3. Okay, 8 minus 5 is 3, 1 minus 3 is negative 2. 3 over negative 2, that's reduced. Over here, negative 2, 3, negative 2, 1, 2, 3, 6, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. It's kind of a bad line, but whatever. All right. Now, I can count this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, negative 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Negative 7 over 8. But to use this, again, this formula, y2 minus y1, negative 4 minus 3, over 6 minus negative 2, negative 7 over 8. Either way, you get it, okay? Cool. Solve for y. Whenever you're solving for y, you got to move the x over first. So the positive x, I put minus x, and I draw this arrow. Dang it. Remember? I taught y'all to put the arrow. You cannot combine things that are not combinable. So bring down 3y equals negative x first, plus 6 second. And what's in front of that x? It's a negative sign and a 1. Now, to get rid of this 3 coefficient, your last step is always to divide, no matter what it is, positive or negative. Divide. So y equals negative 1 over 3 x plus 6 over 3 is 2. So there's your slope and your y-intercept. Okay? Same thing over on 19. Get rid of the 5x by minus 5x, and please remember to put it in front. Don't do 8 minus 5. Don't write 3. Bring down 2y equals negative 5x first, plus 8 second. And then to get rid of that 2, everything gets divided by 2. Y equals negative 5 over 2x plus 8 over 2 is 4. Alright? You should be able to solve for y, especially over here, to graph. So we're going to graph, right? So y equals mx plus b. So b is first, b for beginning. And then this is second, okay? So b over here is 2 on the y-axis, right? So put a point at 2, and then your slope is negative 3 over 4. Negative means down to the right. So down 1, 2, 3, to the right 4. 2, 3, 4. Alright, and that's it. Let's solve number 21. Minus 2x, put it in front, cross that out, bring down y equals negative 2x first, and then minus 5 second. And by the way, if your slope is a whole number, you put it over 1. Alright, so let's do this. B for beginning, negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put a point there. Now, the slope is negative 2 over 1. That usually means down 2, right 1. Now, if I go down 2, it's like down 2, right 1, right there, right? Now, I want to tell you, down, right, is the same thing as up, left. They're the same. So instead of down 2, right 1, I can go up 2, left 1. Up 2, left 1. Up 2, left 1. I want you to notice they're going to be in the same exact line. Alright? I know mine's kind of crooked, but that's what it looks like. Now we got to know this. If two lines are parallel, then you leave the slope. You don't change it. Okay? Leave the slope the same and change the y-intercept. Okay? You're only changing the b, leaving the m alone. But for perpendicular, what two things do we do to that slope? My two changes will be that you take that perpendicular slope, you're going to flip it, and that's not it. Flip the slope and change the sign. Here's an example. Let's say I have 3 over 4. Perpendicular examples. Okay, perpendicular, positive becomes negative. Flip it over, 4 over 3. Alright, what if I had negative 1/2? Perpendicular is going to be negative turns to positive. 1 over 2 becomes 2 over 1, which is just 2. Okay, those are some examples right there. You have to know that. Okay, so given this equation, write the equation of parallel and perpendicular. Parallel, same slope, different y-intercept. Y equals negative 5 over 6x. And instead of minus 3, we can put anything else. So let's put plus 2. Okay, just change that number to whatever. Alright, now for perpendicular, we're going to take negative 5 over 6. Perpendicular, negative becomes positive. 5 over 6 becomes 6 over 5. That's my new m. Okay, two changes. Change the sign, flip the frac. So y equals 6 over 5x. And you know what? This doesn't have to change. It can, doesn't have to. Main thing is this slope has to change 2 ways. Alright. Same thing here. Notice this slope is 4 over 1. You got to make it a fraction. Okay, so parallel equation. Y equals 4x, and then change plus 7 to anything else in the world. Don't matter. Perpendicular. Okay, 4 over 1. Perpendicular, instead of positive, it'll become negative. 4 over 1 will flip to 1 over 4. So, y equals negative 1 over 4 x plus 7. It can be the same. It don't have to be the same. Whatever. This is what has to change twice. Okay? Next one. So, we got a point, and we got a slope. And we've been using this point-slope formula when we were doing the perpendicular bisector. So, let's do this. Y equals m. Now, my m is my slope, which is negative 2. Negative 2. X minus, now x1 and y1 are right here. So, minus 3, parentheses, plus, and then y1 is negative 6. Okay? Now, to get this into y equals mx plus b form, I need to distribute this negative 2. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. Okay, and then we're adding a negative 6, which is like subtracting 6. Okay, when you combine these, they cancel out. So just y equals negative 2x. If you put plus 0, that's okay, but you don't need the plus 0. Alright, so are these parallel or perpendicular? So you tell me, number 27, positive 4 over 7, and then they changed it to negative 7 over 4. Hey, those are two changes. That's perpendicular. Because we're looking at the slopes. Okay, 28, same slope, parallel. Oh my goodness, we're going to have to solve these. So again, minus x, so negative 5y equals minus 1x plus 10 divided by negative 5 y equals 1/5 x minus 2. Okay, so plus 2x plus 2x, cancel that out, 10y equals 2x plus 30 divided by 10 y equals 1/5 x plus 3. Now, same slope, parallel. So, alright, so minus 6x goes in front. Negative 3y equals negative 6x plus 18. Always divide by the coefficient. Y equals negative 6 over negative 3 is 2x. And then minus 6. Alright, minus 7x. Put that in front. 14y equals negative 7x minus 28. Divided by 14, divided by 14, divided by 14. Negative 1/2 x minus 2. Alright, so negative 1/2, positive 2, negative 1/2. If you change the sign and put the fraction, it's 2 over 1, which is 2. So yeah, that's perpendicular. Alright, find the equation of the line parallel to the given equation. Now, parallel means same slope. So I'm going to use m equals 2. And then I have this point right here. And I'm going to use this formula right here. So y equals m, so 2, parentheses x minus x1, which is 2, parentheses, plus y1, which is 3. Distribute, y equals 2x, 2 times negative 2, minus 4, plus 3. Combine these like terms, y equals 2x minus 1. And that slope is 2 over 1. So to graph that, mx plus b, graph the b first, the negative 1, right there. And the slope is 2 over 1. Up 2, right 1, because they're positive. Okay? Keep that pattern going, so you get the idea. Cool. That's it.